Sarah Walker here. We have talked about impeachment, but what will happen if we do impeach Trump? There is always the successor, and is that something we are prepared for? We get caught up in the moment that we fail to look at what is behind curtain number 2. Okay, he's been impeached, now what? Where we actually are in this scenario. Trump has been back in office since January. By July, disillusionment is widespread. MAGA realizes they were sold a fantasy. Jobs aren't returning. The enemies list keeps growing, and now even they are scared of his next target. The left already hated him, but now even centrist Democrats and old guard Republicans are whispering about invoking the 25th or impeachment. The VP, handpicked for loyalty, not leadership, probably spineless and dangerous. What we're stuck with. If he's impeached, removed now. 1. Vice President puppet could be J.D. Vance, Stefanik, Noam, Donalds, or another MAGA diehard. Their presidency would appear calmer, but only because they'd be doing the same authoritarian playbook, just with better manners. No one elected them. They were chosen to be a loyalist safety net. 2. Deep state of fear. Even if Trump is removed, his influence remains through loyalty oaths and NDAs. Stacked judiciary. Author of Hillbilly Elegy, once a Trump critic who warned about populist rage. Now, full MAGA loyalist. Made his peace with Trumpism for power. Smart, calculating, but not ideologically grounded. More opportunist than true believer. What he represents Trumpism without Trump. Same attacks on institutions, same scapegoating, but delivered with Ivy League polish. Obedience over leadership. He was chosen for loyalty, not backbone. No baggage, no problem. Without Trump's circus, he could more efficiently implement the same dangerous agenda. Why that might be worse. He's more coherent. Vance could actually get things done. Bad things. He lacks Trump's legal vulnerabilities. No indictments, no porn star trials, just a clean slate and a MAGA checklist. He appeals to the intellectual right. Think tanks and media outlets might embrace him as a serious alternative. And don't forget, the MAGA machine stays in place. Courts, cabinet, enforcers. Trump himself might still be broadcasting from Mar-a-Lago, trying to puppet the movement. The people who enabled Trump won't suddenly grow a spine just because Vance has a different tone. Final thought. Trump may be impeached, but unless the movement itself is rejected and the people propping it up held accountable, we're just swapping one version of autocracy for a smoother, more effective one. The devil you know versus the devil you helped groom. Vance will become the inheritor of a throne, built on fear. A decade ago, J.D. Vance was a best-selling author trying to bridge America's class divides. Today, he's become Trump's polished, camera-ready protege, more articulate, less scandal-prone, and dangerously better at hiding the cruelty behind conservative populism. Trumpism with a law degree. From chaos to competence. In the worst way, if Vance becomes president, the mood will shift from wild and erratic to controlled and calculating. That's not comfort. It's concern. He'll speak calmly, but push the same extremist judges. He'll smile politely while slashing protections and scapegoating immigrants. He'll avoid the bluster, but maintain the loyalty machine Trump built, maybe even refine it. The deeper trap. Replacing Trump with Vance doesn't reverse course. It makes the authoritarian turn more palatable to the average voter, more difficult to challenge. It trades a burning barn for a freshly painted dungeon, and worst of all, it could fracture the opposition. Woke progressives mistrust centrist Dems. Never Trump Republicans claim, "See, it's normal now." Independents disengage again. The real legacy of Trump? Not that he broke America, but that he taught someone else how to break it more effectively. Intelligence agency blackmail files, pardoned loyalists in key positions. He could be the shadow president, feeding directives from Mar-a-Lago or prison. Third, civil instability. MAGA diehards may riot or splinter. The left won't celebrate. They'll fear what's next. The middle is numb and angry. America breathed a half sigh of relief when Trump was finally impeached, well into his second term of chaos, vendettas, and whispered threats. But no sooner was one fire put out, another began smoldering. Because Trump didn't pick a VP for strength, leadership, or vision. He picked J.D. Vance, not for what he believes, but for how little he'd dare to believe on his own. What we're stuck with, the J.D. Vance scenario. If Trump is impeached and removed 7 months into his second term, we don't get relief. We get J.D. Vance or someone just like him. And that's not a return to normalcy. It's the next act of the same show, just with a cleaner face and fewer indictments. Who is J.D. Vance, really? Till.
Thanks for sticking with us this far. Our goal is simple. Give you something to think about. Don't be part of the silent majority. Subscribe so you don't miss future videos. And above all, keep seeking the truth. Thanks again for watching.